channel. We are here playing the Stanley Parable again. Um, yeah, hopefully you've watched the first video. If you haven't, please go and watch that. Um, Overall, this game so far has been really fun. I don't really know what the whole point of this is, but I don't know. I'm just gonna begin the game.
This is the story of a man
Wait, did
named
it reset?
Stanley. Stanley.
Hold on, I think the whole game reset. There's no way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. This is in fact new content.
Oh, new content?
Is this because I bought
What
the
does that mean?
deluxe
New
version?
content.
That would make sense. Oh heck no, I don't like this. You know what? I'll do it. Where are we going? Oh, I can't get back, yeah. Oh, okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I did not know that actually.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
2022, that's it? I thought for sure it'd be later than that.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new
Oh, I could
Ultra
have moved that whole
Deluxe
time.
content.
Oh.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah, not.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Alright. Oh my god, I didn't know I could crouch. I feel like I probably did know that, but I forgot.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The
All
jump
right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my god, I can jump. I'm not even jumping. Oh yeah. Wait, what happens if I leave? Oh. You know, I feel like this is gonna come up later. I'm gonna save some. I don't know, I
Is
just got
that
a weird
it?
feeling.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else,
no,
right?
Did I go back the wrong way? I hope
Goodness.
not.
Another elevator.
Oh, okay.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this
Guess
game
this
are
side.
not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's
That's
20
a good
hours of
idea.
new content right there. Hell,
it.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And
it.
oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for
infinite
whatever
void.
it is.
Oh, yep, that is an infinite void.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
That's it.
This is
Oh,
what
I can't
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Oh, I like this
and
room.
we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
What is the Stanley
No
Parable
frills,
about?
no gimmicks.
Tell me,
Just
please.
you and me having a great time together like always.
That's it.
What do you say, friend?
Sure. Whatever. Oh, this is in fact new. Oh my gosh. I know that place.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
You know, I really want this to go.
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I want to see what's in here. No, it's just the office again. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. You're not a dork.
Thank you. I take offense to that, actually. Oh, look, a hole. Oh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the
this is
past
the actual
and how
deluxe
much
content,
better the
isn't it?
Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Whoa.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Whoa, what is this place? This is cool.
I call it the Memory
Whoa.
Zone. It's where I've been storing all my
Hey,
favorite memories so
that's
I
not
can
how
relive the
doors
peak
work.
experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I feel like I'm not gonna get anything out of this. I know nothing about the history of the Stanley Parable.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it
No.
was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
2013, that's
October
pretty
of
cool.
2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had
You
integrity.
know, it's definitely
Back
not
then,
8:13
it
at
all
night.
meant something. Oh, the waste.
Hey, I've been there. I think. Yeah. They put the Stanley Parable over The Last of Us. Pretty funny. A collector's edition. I've been to a lot of those places. I don't think I've ever been to that red one. My god, a TV. Is it possible to get this achievement? Don't play for 5 years? You know, I might actually... What if I just change the time on my computer? 5 years in the future. I wanted to try that. No, little Stanley. Wow, that stinks. There's a sad day. Why is there... Oh my gosh, it's actually playing something.
Je suis dans la memory zone.
French music?
Seul sur la pluie de l'eau. Et je
Okay.
n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Wow, that's a
Did
pretty
you
good
hear
review.
that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and
I
now
doubt it.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Ew. That wasn't an hour. This guy's weird. Hey, I know that place. Yeah, I could not tell you where that place is.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room. That's cool. I don't know what that is. Let me out. Let me in there. Oh, am I supposed to go back?
These were simpler times,
Oh, the
Stanley.
door is open now.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Oh,
the
no,
online
Steam
video
reviews.
game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
I'll get a bad
I can't
feeling
even
about
imagine
this.
what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Editor, blow this review up.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Wow.
Funny.
Savage.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Ugh.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert
Hey,
into the Stanley
this is a good
Parable,
review.
but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Well, I'm outside of the office now. It's a little bit new. To be fair, I was out. I played Rocket League in Firewatch. So, move a door. I can't go in there.
Okay,
Nah,
let's see
blow
what
up this
one
review
says.
too.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Well,
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the
That is
game
a
to
good
get it to
review.
feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
no, don't
Like
feel
I let these
that.
people down. Perhaps the
Don't go
Stanley
there.
Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Wait, I want to go back up there. I don't want to be down here. Let me out.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Well,
A skip button?
yeah.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
Ah,
If
cool.
I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Alright.
Not if it means we can strike these negative
What's
reviews
happening?
from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do
I don't think that's
anything
your
for the
motto.
customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
A board. Where'd the review go? Why is it so deep right here? No, I don't want to go in there. Okay. Doesn't seem like I have a choice. No, look, the open world is right there. Come on, Stanley, just go out. Whatever. Yeah, we'll skip button.
And here it is. Go.
Oh,
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
bad.
and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of
Alright.
course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
I don't know what
Or
any of these words
maybe
mean.
a manifesto.
I kind of know what that word
Look,
means.
I'll
It's not
outline
Spanish.
it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
All right,
Okay.
I won't skip
So
this
my
time.
theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yeah.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being,
I agree.
then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are
This is how I imagine every British person. I'm very sorry if that's offensive to you, but it's true.
both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same
No.
time by virtue of the fact that you both... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I
but that's
did.
the power of the button.
button's
The minute I
great.
start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say
oh,
about
yeah,
this,
Cookie 9.
and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam
I'll bet
review,
they will.
or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
Maybe.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I couldn't tell
I
you.
guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work,
very loud,
surely
man.
whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit
slider.
one's review, merely because of this very situation.
Right.
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply
Very.
grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the
definitely.
feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial, something along the lines of this. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Ah, you can deal
It's
with
not
it.
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know,
Then
it's
shut
shocking,
up.
isn't it? But at any... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
I got you.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's
What?
completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley.
So it's
There's
like,
no
what, 12
door.
hours?
There's just
Oh.
you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
Mr.
I have
Narrator, I
no
think your
idea
legs
how
are
long
broken.
I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh,
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
That's not that bad.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Is it not?
Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Basically.
But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of mist.
Narrator. Yeah, you gotta check your smoke detector. Is that the right word? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's gone.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much. They said, first, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up.
True. Oh, we're back. Pretty quiet.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
that's what it says on one of the loading screens.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Okay. Yo, I think you got a leak. Yeah, you got a bit of... Oh, I'm gonna, like, drown when I come back. I'm gonna be underwater. I'm out for, like, years. Oh. That's fun. Okay, let me out. Oh, that's better. Oh, I can't really get out, but I like it. How am I still clicking my keyboard? Oh no, the clock. Oh, this is nice. I actually really like this. Where'd the narrator go? Okay, I like this less. I like this a lot less. Let me out. What? No, thank you. Nope. Why is the room tilted? Uh-oh. Oh, I was not in the desert last time I was here. Wasn't I like in the ocean? Alright, hold on. Let me think about this strategically here. Button was there, so that means if I go this way, I should make it back to the building. Eventually. Maybe not. Am I missing something? kind of expected that. Yeah, see, the end is never the end. Right there at the bottom. Oh, we're back. Okay. Something is different. Nothing is different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Did you really
Stanley
just
decided to
forget
go
all
to the
that?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's dark. Oh. New content. Alright.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
How
yes,
could I not?
I have something very exciting to show you.
You gotta make me go through this again. Oh, okay, let's skip it. Alright. Back to the broken elevator, I guess.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about
Okay.
how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense.
Oh, we're going
I say
fast.
we take it one step even further.
It got dark.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Editor, if this is a big promotion,
Yes,
cut
you
this
see,
whole part
isn't this
out.
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new
47.
territory we'll
That's
cover
the number
with
I
a
have.
fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
A what?
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, the 2 doors are back. Plants. It's gonna be 2-player?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for
Who took
it.
the red marker?
I
Me.
figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Why is it glowing? Why is there a bus in here? What the heck? Why? Okay. Nah, this is definitely just a promo.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket. Nah, we're going up there. Merge. Is there actually
A
Stanley
common
Parable
complaint
merge?
of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Bucket.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've
no
engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're
It's a
holding
bucket.
the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even
me a bucket.
comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Hey,
Yes,
language.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Bucket. I love it.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Impossible.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I love it. Ooh. Okay, we're back out. Oh, we'll just go this
Does
way.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Please no screenshots. You know what? No. Screenshot taken.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday. That's pretty funny. But I like this one, honestly. I feel like so much can go with like a blue.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion,
There's
it makes you
no
realize
way.
that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
There's no way. Oh my gosh.
Or actually,
Dude, what the heck?
maybe I should have gone with... No.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, an achievement. Love achievements.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fine. Ooh. Spooky back there, not going there.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Ooh. Oh my god, is that supposed to be me? Can you find them? Collect them. Are they adding collectibles?
Ah, collectibles.
Yes.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley
go.
Parable 2, you'll
Right,
run
loading.
around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Oh my gosh, I
I
love
don't
it.
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, I kind of forgot I was carrying a bucket. Are these... Oh my god, it's people. Nice. That's a Stanley. Oh, I'm back. Okay then.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward
Jump
for it.
circle.
Absolutely tragic.
Oh my gosh. I knew it would come back. And there are 15.
You
Oh
know
my
what,
gosh.
Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Oh yeah. Should I save some? I'll save one. Nah. Gosh dang it. Should have saved it. The infinite hole. That came out of there earlier, yeah. Infinity. This is interesting. I want to go up there.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh, this is very
You see,
entertaining.
isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I'll stay.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Why? There's no
You
point
do
unless
it
it's
on
not
the
infinite.
sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? We'll keep going. You can't
Okay,
stop
Stanley.
me.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh, that's
Is it
not
a very,
great.
very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely
There
deep
is fall
hole.
damage.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep
But,
hole. It
okay,
is.
keep going.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
How did I
you
not
found
die?
me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is
too.
just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person
Why the
actually
cigarettes?
wants to fall infinitely? I
You
figured
mug.
the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me.
I can't
Maybe
help
you're
it.
the problem.
I am the problem.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
No, I meant
Why
everything.
don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
Sure.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
Okay.
I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you.
I already agreed on
The
that.
problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time.
Wait, it's
Don't
already
need to
ending?
see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It
I
did.
couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join
This
me
is a
up
very
above.
nice hole.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to
very
become
small hole.
extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
That's
I
true.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt
Well.
me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. How is this
Oh.
still appealing to you?
I didn't mean to go
I
in.
know you're obsessed with holes, but at this
Didn't mean
depth,
to.
I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh,
Oh, I want to get out.
who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the
wanna get
teleport
out.
button when you're
I want
ready
to
to
the
move
lower button.
on.
Let me out.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a minute.
keep
Still
pressing it.
nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
What's that?
I'm out.
What?
Goodbye, Stanley.
No,
You
come
couldn't
back.
bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked
But the
for. It's a
bucket.
win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Oh.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, all right. Oh, something Something's happening. I heard a sound. Am I gonna be let out now? Can I jump? No, I still can't jump. What is happening? Oh, we're going down. I still want to get out. You know, now I'll just go with it. Me and my bucket can do this. Yeah. What is happening? This game is so weird. I don't even... What is happening? What? Whoa. Oh my god, it's me. In my bucket! I like that one. Oh, I like this music. Oh, this is really good. Ooh. What the heck? Oh, dogs. Oh, this is good. Guys, don't listen to what I'm about to do. Don't change yourself. What the heck? Puppies. I like this one. What the heck? What is that? What is that? Hey. Oh, that's interesting.
Stanley!
No!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
That was so fun, though.
But we can't
Put me
have that,
back.
Stanley.
Put me back.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake
Put me
for
back.
every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodaloo.
Oh, am I gonna go back in? No, he's gone. Can I doze off? I'll not move. Well, let's go. No. Oh, man. Just looking forward to that. It's gonna put me back in the office. There's other stuff. Okay, good.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Can I get another bucket? I want to try to get another bucket. What happens? Ah, wait, hold on. The door was already open. Okay, I cannot get another bucket. That sucks. What if I go back to the hole? First, I will go across and do that. That looks fun. What is this? I wish there was a sprint.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big.
And of course,
Too
the first and
small.
most obvious
Just
answer
right.
is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button,
Pressing it.
which speaks the name of... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
My name is not
but
Jim,
of course,
guys.
in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full
I
experience of
am
this feature.
Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take
press the
a
button.
deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a
I am
person
Jim.
named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
come on.
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this
Fine,
button.
fine.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now,
All right.
allow yourself to become Jim.
I am Jim.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim.
Yep.
Playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim.
Yep.
Staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim.
Yep.
Developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim.
Oh.
Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim.
Yep.
And finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Yes.
Do you
I
feel it in
got
your
it.
soul? Are you really, truly Jim
I am
right
really,
now?
truly Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I got you.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was
fantastic.
you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, okay.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time.
It really
If
does.
this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be
I
worth
don't
the
know
money.
about that.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal
Yeah, press it
validation.
again.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise,
No.
soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh, Jim. Jim.
Jim.
No! My Jim button! I liked that Jim button. That was a good button, I will say.
I suppose
Two.
I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
no,
2.
don't do that.
Would actually save me the work of finishing. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Is this a spoiler? Should I not go in here? It looks fine. I don't know if I want to do this. It does say mostly infinite now. Settings world champion. Hold on, I want to do that. Man, dang it. Alright, what else is in here? I think that's it. Actually, let me check the map. The guide. Jump circle I did. This map, okay. Free achievement, the button, this is the name, yeah, merch. Settings world champion, the Stanley Reassurance button, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, and the exit. I guess I have no choice but to leave. I've done everything. What is this?
All right, have you seen everything you wanted
guess
to?
so.
Ready to move on now?
Hey. Who is that? Is that me? Oh, like, cool if that's me. It is. 427. New mug. Oh.
So, Stanley,
Oh.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I
Yes, I
do.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together
down.
as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
Sit
It's
right
going
here.
to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay
let's see it.
experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Let's see it.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Nah.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
never
they
mind.
put the balloon.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
that's
do a
collectible.
different
That's collectible.
arrangement. Okay,
Oh, man.
yes.
Gotta jump
Yes,
over.
this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
This is worse.
Who am I kidding,
First of
Stanley?
all, I want
This
it.
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but
Why
they
are
don't
there so
add
many
up to
gym
anything.
buttons?
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable
okay.
and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of
Okay.
course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Okay.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All
This
right,
is a
perfect.
good cover image.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Whoa. Hold on. I actually like this. Whoa. It's creepy. Hold on. This is actually really cool. This is what I consider a good title screen. Lights are gonna turn off, or it's gonna go dark. I was wrong. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Alright, Stanley Parable 2, let's do this. I don't think that was a promo.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm very happy with this job, and this game.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
somebody.
call a meeting, or even say
Oh, someday.
hi.
My bad.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, it's fine. The bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, can't go that way. For some reason. That definitely was not there before.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Yep.
Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Nothing. I'll go back in there. We'll go do the new content again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Did I am going down that elevator? I don't remember. This is going left.
Still no one was here.
Where are the balloons?
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
What?
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as
My
day.
bucket.
This broom closet believes it deserves the
No.
bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
Nah.
That's what the broom closet is
Yeah.
trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
This is
Good
mine.
for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to
Stanley
the
and the
boss's
bucket.
office.
I love this bucket. And we're going to the bathroom. Boom. Oh, okay. A collectible!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley
Let's go.
figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Let's go.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Love it. The paintings are gone. And there's nothing behind these doors anymore. I lied, there's still something behind the doors. But weren't there paintings out there?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always.
Always.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Love my
At
bucket.
this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the
Look,
boss's
I definitely
desk.
didn't know that was there.
Nor in his bliss of simply being
Fucking
near the
learning
bucket
yet.
did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Bucket
Was
did.
the bucket guiding him?
The bucket guy.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
I like that.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines?
I like
Yes,
that one.
I think I like that.
Stanlerine.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. I keep pressing it for some reason.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
I love
reassuring
this
that
bucket.
in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
What if
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait, I want to do this now. Yeah. I got the bucket, nothing bad can happen.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Okay.
The
My
door
bucket will
behind them
protect
was
me.
not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
My bucket will protect me.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, where are we? Oh, it's going down. Ow. Oh. What's happening? I want to get out. I can't click my keyboard anymore.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched
No.
closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort
No.
had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what
Yeah.
Stanley thought to himself. and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
About to kick the bucket.
Farewell, Stanley.
Well, bye. Hello.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
Whoa.
Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed
Yo.
violently to death.
Wait, what?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to
Hey, where'd my
behold.
bucket go? I was only just a second ago. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge, much like the bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in the exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Nah. I loved that bucket. Can't believe it died.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than
There's more than
Stanley
25
will
buckets.
ever be in his short life?
That was definitely more than 25 buckets, lady. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, yet in spite of it, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The stress bucket, an analogy. Presented without commentary. Okay. It's good music. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notes in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Some good music.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
It's true. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet much more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. I don't know if I want to jump down there. You know what? Let's do it. Oh. Bucket. Uh-oh. Probably shouldn't have picked it up, should I?
But there is something we can do.
Oh, okay.
Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We
I
can
wanna
save the
die.
world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together.
No.
The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Ah, okay. Okay then, that was definitely weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
I
it
did
mean?
not expect a character
Stanley
arc
decided
for
to go to the
Bucket.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Stanley
The
lifted the
again.
bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Give me that input. I don't know what that is. I wanted... Hey, this is gone. Huh. Interesting.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What have I not done yet? What in this game have I not done? I never went through the red door. Yeah. We'll go back this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the
I'm gonna go
bucket
through the
calling
red
to
door.
him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
Okay,
was.
alright.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Whoa.
lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo
Whoa.
lift.
Collectible. I did not expect
I'm
that.
going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
I
What
like
do you think,
Figlies.
Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I'm sure. What if I jump off? Probably just gonna die. So I'm gonna not do that. What's in here? Oh. This is new. Narrator dial. What? The narrator isn't real.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket,
Oh no. The
the
bucket.
less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
What is this game?
It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
What is happening?
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that?
It's the bucket.
Who's there?
What is happening? What? Hold on.
All of his co-workers were
We're going
gone.
back there without the
What could
bucket.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Could that possibly be something? What if I could also just put the bucket back in the...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business,
Wow.
Stanley took the
Yes,
first
this
open door on
room.
his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see what happens if we don't bring the bucket. Is it going to give us something different? Probably not.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path
Oh,
that
it
it
is
seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
This game is weird. I think I've said it a few times. Well, this is definitely different. I'm
The
clearly
confusion and the
supposed to take the bucket.
chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
This
left.
is definitely different. I'm gonna trust you on this one. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. You need to synergize our research to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. This was no memo for management. Agenda. How can you tell when you've spotted one that makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow the clues provided by employee 416. Red room. Hold on. 416. I've seen that number somewhere. I have seen that number. Okay. Okay. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, that's rude. Looks like 427, that's me. Okay, okay. Stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. Red and blue. I have gone the wrong way for that. So, stairs? What if I go down the stairs?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Aha!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Okay, I know where that is. So I can't do the red and blue doors. I went the wrong way for that. So what if I go back in there? Okay, we're fine. We can't go back in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, so I am going to do the normal ending now. But with the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
That is true. Where'd the bucket go? Okay, it's still there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Think. Okay, what is this place?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Genuinely so
Everyone
confused.
in
What
the
are
office
these?
was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything will be fine, bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
What is happening?
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The bucket tried to kill me. Why am I still carrying it? I don't know.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Wait.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh my god, birds.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What? Okay. What the heck is this game?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Surely.
And Stanley was happy.
Surely. I'm okay. I'm pretty tired though. Is there... Okay. There's gotta be some kind of...
All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yes.
Let me prove it. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley.
Stiggly Wiggly.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
Yep.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay, what if I...
Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I'm just gonna play with him a bit.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
This one already?
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Fine.
And
Open
I
this
think,
door.
well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Thank you. Oh, it's this place again.
What do we want?
Dang it.
What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Sorry, man.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I don't like this part.
Please, Stanley. No! Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I want to go back.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Very.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yep. Again.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just
Okay,
wanted us to
definitely am
get
getting
along.
slower.
But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alright, there has to be an end to this game, right? Like the ending that I got that first time, that can't just be the end. Oh wait. Dang it, that was the wrong computer. Whoa, hold on, that's trippy.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on
yeah.
things. It's those figurines.
Oh, there
Those
is something.
figures.
I knew
I
it.
haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it
was.
fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Entirely.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines just one more time.
Oh, am I gonna have to go through the Steam reviews again? I didn't like that skip button. That skip button took too long. Oh, okay, we're not going through Steam reviews. That's for sure.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
Hold on, there's something
Back
over
then,
there.
we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
Oh, okay,
We'll
can't
never
forget
be
them
like
again.
that again, Stanley.
7 out of 6, knew it. Okay, now where are we going? Oh, yep, the bathroom. The bathroom. That is the second place we got.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Which one do we find next?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Yes, here's my boss's office. That's easy.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
That's quite true.
Let's see, what came next?
There definitely wasn't a pink room.
Yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No.
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room,
Not
but
big
it's
enough,
here
no.
in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No. It was stairs. No, hold on. No, I'm not going to pick it up because I didn't get that.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh. Why is the quality so bad? That was good, actually. Hold on. Except for the quality, it's pretty good. Okay, now which one did I miss? The one in the office? No, I never got one in the office. Oh, it was the one in the warehouse. I never got the one
Takes
in
you
the
back,
warehouse.
doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video,
Hold on,
but
can
it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything
I
else.
can't go back. Hold on. Is this gonna bring me back to the warehouse by chance?
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
I'm missing one.
And then there was no
What the
more.
heck?
Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh. Bye.
No, I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not ready to move on.
Okay.
Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
Yes.
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
Okay.
See how that feels.
Okay.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue
Oh, I'm gonna pick it up
doors.
again.
I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my
Probably the
mind.
most recent
Let's
one.
keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I love that video.
I still don't remember this room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this
Not
one.
picking it
Good
up.
room, though. A solid room.
Yep.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
I don't know
I'm
about
very
that.
glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Wait. I'm gonna go to the warehouse. Okay, I can't go that way.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
This isn't quite it.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we
Oh
were
no!
originally
I still had
sold
jump
on.
left. I still
I
had jump
remember
left.
hating it back then, but time does put
I had a
rosy
jump
filter
left.
on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
No,
Look
I
how much
didn't.
fun the
I
past
didn't.
is. I want more. More
Dang it! I
memories.
used my last one. Why did I save it?
Oh,
The
yes,
two
the
doors.
two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Which way am I going? I guess I'm going to the left door, even though they go to the same place. Oh my god, it's my office.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Why can I walk through my chair?
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Uh-oh.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Yep, okay. Kinda saw this one coming.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would
Well,
make the
this is
decisions. He
interesting.
would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be.
This is the end of the game.
Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and
Right,
then
let's
I'll
do
retire
it.
him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go.
You know what? You know what,
This
Mr.
is the
Narrator?
story of a man named Stanley.
We'll follow your path this time. Oh, the end. The game isn't over. Can I read that? I cannot read that.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
I want to put it in the broom closet.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Take the bucket.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hell? Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I swear there used to be a painting there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Should not have taken the bucket. Oh well. Here we go. Ugh. This is the end of the game. I think. I hope not. This has been fun.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
It's like I knew this already.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Sorry, zoned out a bit there.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
I love
He
screaming
couldn't
into
accept
buckets.
it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Even though the bucket attempted to kill me multiple times.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up.
And, well.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Good, I don't want the bucket.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
If
What
something...
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Something
Perhaps
looks
he had
weird.
simply missed a memo.
Looks like smaller or something.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. The game will probably be over when I leave.
Yet there was
Or
not a
there's
single
literally no
person
ending
here
to this.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Get Chris out of the room closet. I will open the room closet. Okay, nobody's in the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Wow.
of any human life.
Not like I knew this.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in
walk on the
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
There's still... Alright, there's still like a few endings that I haven't done. I don't know if I want to do them though. I've played this game for so long.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If it gives me like... If it puts me back to the title screen after this, I think... Probably
The
done.
lights rose on an enormous room packed
This
with
game-
television screens.
Oh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the
I
mind
did
control
not
facility.
mean to
Welcome.
do that.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room
my
ending,
gosh.
if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Oh, okay.
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game.
Let's hear it.
It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability
Oh
to
my
cross
God.
this barrier.
Oh, wait, this is still the sequel. Interesting. Well, I just looked on Apple Music. This is an actual song. Well, that's fun.
Chase your dreams. The railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Well, that was definitely an ending. You know what? Yeah, we're doing it. A phone call.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like.
Already heard that before. I don't actually know if that did anything.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We're gonna go
Standing
back
now in
to
this
the blue
incredible
door.
room, Stanley for the first,
I
but
wonder what
eager to get
happens
back to business,
if
Stanley took the
you
first
don't fall
open
through the
door on
goal
his
in
left.
Rocket League. I wonder how long that's gonna go on for.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, I still can go back down there for some reason. Not going to, but I could.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Something
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Donkey Kong.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
I don't know why.
Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
I said this before,
Work with
all
me.
this.
You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. a third option.
Okay.
This already
Go
feels
right.
leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
Give it a
tell me
5.
about your experience with this new version. Would you say that
No,
the game
not 3,
benefited
doing
from
it.
allowing you more choices? Feel
Wait, did I
free
pick
to be
4 last
honest.
time? I don't know,
I'm looking
maybe
for
3.
some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
Nope.
Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's
Yes, I already
take a
know
look.
all this. Leave me alone. We're going to this left door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking
yeah.
through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left
Hey,
towards
baby.
danger. You click the button
It's
to move him
nothing
back to the
personal,
right,
but you
and
gotta
if he
go
reaches
die.
the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful,
It was.
why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease
Great
the pain.
idea. Give me that Firewatch.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
That's exactly
Perhaps
what
for
it's
some
about.
sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Yep.
Yes, that must be it.
That is
What
it.
a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what
happens when
else
I'm
is out
standing in the
there.
door. Oh, okay. Guys, let me know if I should play Firewatch. Leave a comment if I should play Firewatch.
No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Oh my gosh.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or
Yes,
wrong
right there.
directions.
Let me
No
out.
path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to
Like,
get us out
quite
of here.
literally in the
Let's
woods.
find another game. Preferably
yeah.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Oh,
Just
why
a
am I so
nice big box
small?
for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my gosh, it's on my head. Get in the goal. Why am I going faster?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
This is very
it
fun.
better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard
Yes.
on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh, there's
Yes.
It's right
Oh,
here.
goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh yeah. This is pretty fun. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in it. I'm not going in the goal.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows
Is it
best.
gonna make me go back in
Take care, Stanley.
there? So let's wait here. Okay, it might make me do it. Which way did I go last time? One blue goal, right? I don't know. Doesn't seem like I really have a choice. Might just have to go. Where's the USA flag? There's no flag for the USA. That makes sense. USA team kind of sucks, I think.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you.
Okay, time to do this creepy thing again. I believe if I just go back. Yep.
I wonder what he found.
Well,
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in
I don't know.
wherever he is right now. I wonder
think
if
I'm
he's
done.
happy with his
I
choice.
think I've done all the
And
endings.
if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
What haven't I done?
Someone
really?
who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That's gotta be it. I don't think there are any other endings. I think that's all.
A soft wind blew outside and
Oh,
perhaps rain
never
started.
mind.
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Something's gonna. If I go to the end, it's gonna be raining. I'm not taking the bucket. I don't like the bucket. I'm just kidding. I love the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You are correct.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some
Why did I do
calming
that?
new age music.
This is some nice music, I will admit.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I feel like something different is gonna happen every single time I do this. That's the issue. I feel like it's not gonna end. It's just gonna be something different. It's gonna make me keep playing.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
I
large
kind of
door
understand
that read
the point.
Mind Control Facility.
But I don't think anything else big is gonna happen.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Might do like a couple speed runs where I just like die quickly, or find some
Now
ending
the monitors
quickly.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let's see. This is actually the end this time. I'll bet it is. Something's gonna be different.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes, definitely.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Do I actually
But
find
as
those?
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And I think that's a good place to end it. Unless something happens here.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I
What
gotta
could it
just
mean?
make sure. Just gotta run through.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Just gotta make sure.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Nope, I
he
think
entered the
it's
door
good.
on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy but eager to get back to business.
Hold on, I do need to see this. Oh, okay. It's not over. It's not over. There's an epilogue. Let's see this. Many, many years later. Oh. Back here. Is this just the entire epilogue? Am I just gonna be walking a straight line? See, where's a place I can go? Do I see anything? No. Alright. Let's keep walking this way, I guess. Oh. Is this it? Where did I get sticks from? I'm supposed to keep walking. Oh, what is happening? It's oddly serene. I see something out there. Or that's just the game kind of lagging a bit. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I would say the game definitely isn't over. Cookie 9. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with this sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole, who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? What's the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete, collecting all the figurines giving you nothing. I must say I found the bucket to be quite comforting. Welcome, reply from blah 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 blah. Cat dog. Okay. Where am I going this way? I'm gonna get something for the collectibles. Right now. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has promoted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. It's the Jim button. I did actually enjoy this.
Jim, Jim. Jim, 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 Jim.
I will admit, I did enjoy the Jim button. I don't know why they overdid it so much, but it's the Stanley figurines. Uh-oh. Should have explored more. Oh, it's you! Oh! I remember this guy from all the way being the first video. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Oh, the game isn't over. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. Why isn't the game over? It's simple. All we need to do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Alright. Stanley's Tiny Square Challenge Runner. Stanley, the ghoulish, I like square, Temple of Square, like it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. Nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Any more content outside like work, no need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to say it as well, have a say as well. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you restart the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. I like this guy. Stanley Parable cannot end. It is the only spiral. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the correct... Oh, let's go! Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. What the? Why is there a car? Alright, let's get this achievement machine.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company and...
Alright, I need to find this achievement machine.
all of his co-workers were gone.
Do I need to go through
What
the
could
new
it
content
mean?
door again?
Stanley decided to
Somehow.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, okay. Where did I already go? Yeah, I think the narrator's gone again.
You see, Stanley, I've been
Oh,
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first
second time ever,
the Stanley Parable
3.
2.
Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the
Let's
achievement...
go.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Ah. I wonder... Huh. Well, this sure has turned out to be
What else? What other
an
exhibits haven't we
interesting
seen
game.
yet?
What if I go back in here? Is it gonna be there again? Ah, out of order. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Yeah.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But all right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Let's see. Once I leave, I'm going to close the game.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you
Okay,
like...
no. Yeah, I didn't feel like doing that again. Okay, let's see what happens now. Is it just gonna be 4? And yeah, evil monkeys. Whoa. Hold on, is this gonna be different every time as well? Hold on. I gotta watch this for a bit. It's either me or... What is this? Hold on, yeah, I think this is the end. This is the end right here. We've done it. We've made it the end. Thank you so much for watching. I don't even know. So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I guess that's it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. I don't even know if I had to explain this game in a few words. I'd say liquid apple. Okay, editor, stop it there. Editor, self, whatever. Go away. Shut up.